Freaking what it is. This is the ghost that taught you the most. Motherfucking ghost from the motherfucking West Coast. And the reason I got us up here today is it is the full motherfucking moon. This video is in celebration of the new moon and in preparation of Saturnalia season. Fucking, you know. So, yeah, essentially what I want to talk about, I just want to talk a little bit about astrological facts. Astrological facts about Sagittarius. I did a live like this on Instagram. I was thinking about just uploading it on here on YouTube. I was like, skip it. So to start off, Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign that inhabits the time in between November 22nd to December 21st. Um, and during that season, in other words, this would just be the end of fall and the beginning of winter. You know, Christmas coming up like right after that and shit like that. You know, some places it's already snowing right now. I'm in Southern California, so it's not snowing here, but I've been places where you know it's snowing right now. So you know, I know how it is. I know how it get, like for sure. So you know, like I wish all my Sagittariuses a happy birthday. I hope y'all had a good one. I hope y'all having a good one. I hope y'all having a better month as well. I hope everybody just having a good month. I hope everybody being safe and stuff like that. You know, just being aware of you know what's not only going on to them, but what's also going on in their surroundings and stuff like that. I feel like it's important to kind of know yourself and your surroundings by just teaching yourself and just studying and learning and just knowing things. And that's a lot of shit that we're getting ready to talk about right now with Sagittarius. Let me go. I'm gonna grab a lighter before I start. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think there's a way to. Oh, really? Really? Yeah, yeah. I was actually close to Tahoe. I was in Reno, the Reno area, because I know Tahoe. I'm pretty sure Tahoe's in between both California and Nevada. So I was staying in that area. So I know how it is. I know how it is. I know how it gets. Like I wish you luck. I wish you luck, especially if you're driving. Like for sure. Anybody that's dealing with that snow, I wish you luck for sure. You know, like you know, have them wheels prepared. Have them wheels ready and stuff like that. Let me go grab a lighter real quick. Yeah, yeah. So you know, we getting prepared right now. That's what this season is for. Sagittarius season. That's pretty much what it's for. Getting prepared for when that ice comes. Shit gonna get real. Shit gonna get real. Fucking you walking around. You walking outside. You fucking slip on a fucking sidewalk because it's slick ice on the fucking side. Yeah, she gonna get real. Just don't get concussed. Fuck around with that shit. I remember living out there in northern Nevada. I'm in Southern California right now, but when I was living in northern Nevada, I remember every day. I was in 8th grade, walking to school every day. I would slip on the same piece of ice every day, walking to school, walking to the bus. man, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like no cap. Like that shit really showed me like I remember when I was young, living out here, I was sitting here thinking, oh yeah, the snow is gonna be cool. The snow like it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be how like it is on the TV. We get to sleigh. We get to like make fucking snowmen and shit like that. Yeah, it was a lot of that when the snow was here, but the TV didn't tell me how much that shit would hurt if you touch it with bare hands, and how like just frustrating the snow can fucking be. But yeah, you know, shout out to everybody who's dealing with snow. I hope everybody have a good, safe winter. Stay inside if you need to. Stay inside if you got to. Like, ain't nobody, be safe out there. But yeah, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign that inhabits the time between November 22nd and December 21st, right before motherfucking Christmas. So yeah, pretty much what's going on here is it's a lot of shit going on, especially like with certain holidays and shit that's going on. We got Black Friday, Thanksgiving and shit like that, and everybody's getting prepared. Like as I'm looking right now, people are getting prepared for fucking Christmas and shit like that. So it's a lot of up moving around, getting around and shit like that. People are gonna do a lot of traveling and stuff like that. I had to travel from where I was at, where I was talking about in northern Nevada, all the way to here. That was about a 12-hour bus ride. It's usually like an 8-hour drive, but if you're on the bus, it might be like 10, 12 hours. Fucking like it's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of traveling. Trying to see family and shit like that. Trying to get a little bit of the pretty much like how I explain it is it's like the last of what you see right now. The last of the sunlight is going on right now. The last of the little warmth. Like you could be out here with no jacket or anything. This is the time. Like this is the last couple weeks that's finna. This is the last 10 days that's finna be going on. After that, it might be. I don't know about where I'm at, but for a lot of places, after that, yeah, you might not be able to chill like this, like how like all out in the sun and shit. The sun kissing you and shit like that. Everybody else going, you might need to layer up a little bit, because like that's what Capricorn is gonna show motherfuckers. Hey, it get real. That shit get real when you slip on them little icicles, man. Like that shit. But no cap. Yeah. Sagittarius. Is also ruled by it's the ninth zodiac sign. It's the ninth zodiac sign in astrology. So what that means is it's gonna be all the other signs are ruled by what's known as houses. The houses are just areas of life. We got 12 different houses for 12 different signs for 12 different areas of your motherfucking life. So Sagittarius is the ninth zodiac sign, so that makes it the ninth. It makes it ruled by the ninth house, and the ninth house is higher education, higher learning, wisdom, knowledge, and the wisdom and knowledge that you extract from your experience, and also the meanings and reasonings to the experiences that you go through. So pretty much the ninth house rules over experiences and how you view your experience. So a lot of Sagittarius, this is what gives them the energy that like they could have went through something that everybody could have went through that like at some point in their life. Everybody could have went through that and then in their life. But the way the Sag went through it, the Sag is gonna be a lot more willing to put more sauce or pizzazz because it's a fire sign. It might be willing to put a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more sauce, a little bit more emphasis to things that they've experienced. You feel me? So it could have been like it could be anything. You could have gotten into a little fender bender, for like so, and it wasn't even the Sag fire. Somebody crashed in the Sag, right? It could have just been like a little bump on the back. You feel me? Everybody probably done. You probably met like 12 people that done fucking went through that. The Sag going through it. They gonna fucking make a whole fucking story, or they have the possibilities of over exaggerating. They may look like to others, but really what's going on is they really just expressing like how they was feeling when they was going through that shit. Cause fire, because it's a fire sign, and fire deals with the way that you see and the way that you feel. So it's the way you see your feelings and the way it also rules over actions, your ability to create, creativity, and shit like that, and your oomph. So like shit like passion and shit like being motivated, being inspired. Um, it's really the energy, and then get your ass up and go do something. And you even gotta be told to fucking do it, especially when it comes to something that you want to do. Sort of shit. That's what fire a lot of times may go through that, just like just doing something for themselves, or just doing something because that's how they feel like they're supposed to be doing it. I got a lot of fire in my chart, so I understand that a little bit. I actually, my son is in the ninth house, which allows me to do shit like this, make content like this, just being able to explain the stars and shit how I do. They like that's literally like the ninth house and a lot of Sag that I got in my fucking in my chart because I'm a Scorpio, so Scorpio's right next to Sagittarius. So yeah, they might have a lot of quality. You might meet a lot of Scorpios that got a lot of Sag qualities and vice versa, shit like that. Fucking, yeah. So Sag is out. So might try to steal your bitch, like so fuck.
I'm sorry, but this is powdered sugar.
It is. I've been using it. It's been working.
Can you go get some real sugar?
Some real sugar?
Yes, I have oatmeal on the stove. That means
Oh,
real sugar.
oh
not
yeah.
powder.
Okay.
You should go now.
Right now?
I mean, like right now, because of my oatmeal.
I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. Fucking but yeah, Sagittarius, them be like, and it's a mutable fire sign as well. So that means they're changeable and adaptable to not only their own but others' ways of how to see and feel things. So what differentiates them from the other two fire signs, which would be Aries and Leo, is that their fire is a little bit more mutable and a little bit more changeable. So it just means that they're able to change and adapt to the way that they see and feel towards their feelings, the way they act, or the way others act, and others' visions and others' creativities and shit like that. So this is what imbues Sagittarius with a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge, because they're more willing to what is it called, talk about their experience, or they're more willing to actually learn from what they experience than actually just taking what they experience for fucking face value, how other signs may do. Fucking yeah, Sagittarius is they're gonna be a lot more, they're gonna be a lot more just with their visions, just be, it's gonna be a lot easier for them to hand out their visions, or just give the way they see to others, and like, oh yeah, you should see it like this too, or you should act accordingly as well, and shit like that, for the good and for the bad. You know, Sagittarius, and it being ruled by motherfucking Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is, to me, Jupiter is an interesting ass planet, like in astronomy and in astrology. One in astronomy, Jupiter is known as the biggest planet in the solar system. Not only is it the biggest, but it's also a gas planet, which makes it the lightest as well. So Jupiter in astronomy being what it is, being the biggest and being the lightest planet, it being a gas planet and stuff like that. In astrology, this is more like Jupiter represents experience, knowledge, and the wisdom you gain through your going through experiences. Excuse me. Um, but you see how the ninth house and then Jupiter have a lot of similarities. Boom, that's why. It's because Sagittarius is ruled. Sagittarius in the ninth house is going to be ruled in Jupiter because it's Sagittarius. Um, so essentially, this gives Sagittarius a bit of an emphasis on what they're experiencing, and it may make them view their experiences a lot more bigger than what it might actually be. But it's a good and a bad thing. Jupiter is also known as the lucky planet to most astrologers because of how it plays out experiences. Jupiter is an ultimately good planet because what Jupiter does is no matter what you're experiencing, you're gonna get the wisdom and the knowledge through going through it. So, Jupiter can take you through a fucked up situation, but just for you to realize how you ain't gotta go through that situation no more, or what's the better outcome of the situation, or what's the outcome you actually needed through going through that situation. You feel me? So, like, it is a lot of like ups and downs when it comes to Jupiter. It's a lot of ups and downs when it comes to Jupiter. That's why, me personally, I like to say Jupiter rules over expansion and contraction. Just because it's the biggest planet, that doesn't mean like, because Jupiter also has everything to do with expansion and shit like that, and expanding anything in someone's life. It could be your morals. A lot of times, how I see it, how Jupiter plays out, because it's exalted in Cancer and Leo. It's exalted in 28 degrees Leo, so that's Leo and Cancer. I feel like Jupiter, a lot of times, if you got good Jupiter qualities, them motherfuckers got big ass houses. Them motherfuckers be having big ass houses a lot of the time, and I've actually like seen that with my own eyes. A lot of Sagittariuses, Pisces, Cancers, and Leos may end up. It's not always gonna be like that. You feel me? It's not always gonna be like that. But a lot of the time, I see that. I see that more often than not. Like Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, and Leo just having big ass houses. It's not saying like, oh, ain't nobody else gonna have a big ass house, or fucking all Sagittarius's, Leos, Pisces, and Cancers are gonna have big ass houses. No, it's just saying like these are the energies that Jupiter kind of displays to not just like through a person's characteristics, but through the surroundings as well. Jupiter likes to play just this bigger than life sort of character. So this is why you gonna meet a lot of this Sagittarius and other Jupiterians who they may view things or see things much bigger than life or much bigger than them. A lot of Sagittarius, they're gonna have a real strong faith with God or whatever their spirituality or their spiritual system is, because Jupiter rules over your spirituality and spiritual system. That's how it's even able to give you wisdom and knowledge through going through experiences, good or bad. That's why Jupiter is an angelic planet, like a motherfucker. Like a lot of the time, like you going through some fucked up situation with Jupiter, you still gonna end up in a cool spot. You still gonna end up in a good spot. Fucking it be other shit like Saturnalia. So watch out, don't slip on no fucking ice. Fucking but yeah, a lot of the way they view and the way they even just see just life and the stuff around them is gonna be catered to how they view their spirituality. So it's not saying like all Sagittarius is not gonna be all Sagittarius is not gonna be Jupiter. All Sagittarius is not gonna be religious. That's for sure. I met a lot of Sagittarius that they not religious. It's because it's not necessarily religion, but it's more like your spiritual system. So you could meet a lot of Sagittariuses. They be the first ones to be atheists. They be the first ones to be super Christianity, super fucking in their spirituality. And don't give a fucking, and they willing to argue tooth and fucking nail about they beliefs system. Like these, like on the negative side, Jupiter will play out as you sitting here arguing about God at the fucking dinner table, and like the motherfucker whose dinner table you at They don't even believe in the same God that you believe in. So there ain't even no point in arguing. You's never gonna get them to see the way that you're seeing, and they're never gonna get you to see the way that they're seeing. So there's just no point in arguing. But sometimes some Sagittarius, especially you got a lot of fire in your chart, you may find yourself doing that. You may find yourself like arguing for your God and like to a motherfucker that don't even believe in the same shit as you. So the argument be pointless. Like, but in the Sag mind, they gonna make it bigger than what it is. They might actually feel like they could convince, or sometimes they may actually end up doing that. This is why a lot of Sagittarius, they do end up being real good pastors, real good preachers, real good speakers, and like not an activist, but more like a person who's willing to get on stage to point out fucking views and stuff like that, whatever they see and stuff like that. A real good motivational speaker. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. A motivational speaker. A lot of Sagittarius will motherfucking be. They will be good as motivational speakers. That's for sure. That's guaranteed. Most of them will. Fucking cause it's mutable. A lot of the mutable signs, they kind of the only one that kind of display this is like, okay, they could be just as talkative as like the main mutable sign, which would be fucking Gemini. Gemini is like one of the main mutable signs, and fucking all the mutable signs. Cause I know my girl's a fucking Virgo, so I know that shit. They could be just as talkative as each other. Like Gemini, where the moon is at right now, Gemini is known as the most talkative. And by the way, Gemini is Sagittarius' opposite. Gemini is the most talkative out of the whole zodiac sign. But just the other signs being mutable and shit like that, and being able to change and adapt, that, okay, yeah, you gonna meet a lot of mutable signs that are just as, they can be just as communicative as Virgo, if not, I'm not Virgo, Gemini, if not more. Fucking, so, you know, them mutable signs, y'all gotta watch out for that shit, man. But yeah, you know, Gemini is more like the energy. If Sagittarius is you going through something to gain the knowledge and the wisdom, so that when you go through it next time, you actually know what to do. Gemini is like you more like reading the instructions, or actually putting the research in. Like actually getting on the computer and putting the research in before you actually do what you're trying to experience. So Geminis can get so lost into that they do so much research or do so much like side shit of trying to figure out what they trying to experience, that when they actually experience it, it's like some whole different shit. It ain't even fucking what they thought they was going to experience. You feel me? Like fucking they talk to so much people. They studied it so much. They researched. They did the investigation energy up on it so fucking much that when they actually get up in that energy, it's like it ain't even nothing how they expected, because of how much people, they didn't just get up and go for it. Sometimes it can play out as like, okay, because they did the research, they was a lot more prepared and ready, and that's what makes Geminis can look wise sometimes. But on the other side, on the negative side, it's just like they do so much research and so much talking that it's gonna make motherfuckers just like, damn motherfucker, you talkative. You talkative ass motherfucker. Like, but no, yeah, shout out all my Geminis. They be funny as hell. In my own personal opinion, Sagittarius and Geminis are some of the most funniest zodiac signs that you will come across, like in person, like that ass. I know a lot of fucking Gemini and Sag. Actually, like most of the air men, most of the air sign men, they be funny as hell. I know hella. I was just up in there watching this Aquarius dude. That motherfucker, like, he wasn't even doing nothing. Just the way he looked, the way he interact. That shit funny as hell. Like, it's just so relatable type shit. Like, Sagittarius could do that shit too. Sagittarius could be comedians if they really wanted to. Sagittarius could be comedians if they really wanted to, because they really just be saying what the fuck they want to say. And sometimes it make appear as like, man, ain't nobody care, nigga. That's, you just talking about your opinion. Other times it'd be like, oh yeah, the nigga, that's relatable. Nigga, I feel like that too. Like, it's type shit. Like, fucking, Sagittarius really be on some shit. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for fucking Sag right now. I gotta, my mom over here, but for the most part, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign. Mutable is being changeable and adaptable to your own or other ways of how to do something. Fire is um, your way of fire is just the way that you see and the way that you gonna feel about anything. So it's gonna be the way that you express yourself, the way that the way that you act on something, or even the way that you just got your oomph to even get inspired, to even get motivated to get up and go do something. Fucking so um mutable fire is Sagittarius is just another word for the end of fall and then the beginning of winter. So they got the last of the sunlight, they got the last of the information, they got the last of the knowledge and shit like that. This is what makes Sagittarius and also it being ruled by the ninth house. That's what makes them kind of feel like on the feel like they kind of a know it all, or they kind of know enough to kind of go through something and actually prove themselves. So, you feel me? It's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is experience, wisdom, knowledge, expansion. I say contraction. Fucking and ultimately the wisdom and knowledge that you extract from your experiences and shit like that. It's also the way that you but it's your belief and your belief systems and shit like that. So it can pour into religion or spirituality and shit like that. A lot of Sagittarius is gonna be some of the most spiritual motherfuckers you will ever come across. Fucking you know, and last but not least, fucking like Sag fucking sometimes they can find a better way of how to communicate, because just doing all the expression is gonna come across as unrelatable, and sometimes Sagittarius that can make Sagittarius feel like kind of separate, feel the need that they have to separate from certain things when it might not be the external, it might just be you. So shout out to all my Sagittarius. Happy birthday. My dad is a Sagittarius, so y'all gonna have y'all good. If y'all ain't been, y'all been having a good ass month. You feel me? Y'all gonna have a better rest of it. You feel me? Like that's it. Like happy birthday to all my Sagittariuses. Shout out, love y'all. If you watching this, if you watch this, if you left a like, appreciate it. Very much. So that's gonna be all for right now. Ghost from the West Coast.